Excellent. Really good. Before we do I say anything, I'd like to start with the black belts that are the knee dons in the combat since I'm working on this Samban, and obviously these guys that have been doing it for a while now, which I'm very proud of. So we'll start on this end, please.
You guys did a really good job. It's good to keep it up, keep that intensity up. Pass that on to lower belts, definitely.
Guys did a good job. Keep the intensity level up. Watch your throws. Watch where you're going. Okay? That's the only thing I'm going to tell you.
Proud of you all. Great job, that's all I can say. The traditional keep up the intensity, always. Never stop, never quit. Most of all, never quit, and I didn't see any quit here tonight. Great job.
I was very impressed with your level of anxiety. Nice, even keel, no overexcitement, everything under control, no emotions were under control. Nobody got hurt, you had total control of your cookie. Good job.
Obviously, I know you guys pretty well. I'm very happy for all you guys. Thanks. That's really good tonight. Obviously, the note to you for keeping up the intensity, but there's a lot of really cool stuff in the knee on, so you're going to need that intensity. It's a lot of fun, so there's a lot more to learn. Just keep it up. Keep it up.
Proud of you guys. You represented the school. Excellent. Very nice. Thank you very much.
A few things. What Dennis said is perfect. I mean, you know, you had a comment about you that I enjoyed watching. Absolutely. When people look from the outside in, they look at this. From all the years I've been training, it can be made to look fairly easy, which you guys did tonight, but it's not easy. You guys know that. It's kind of like anything else, like the first time getting into a car and trying to drive it on the highway. You're not going to, because you have to learn how to drive. You have to get a feel for, the steering wheel. You have to get a feel for the brake pedal, the gas pedals. I always say that when I use an example. I'm sure you guys have heard me, let's say your girlfriend, your wife gets in your car, or somebody much smaller than you, and all of a sudden you're in a car like this. You can't drive it like that until you adjust the seat. Well, you guys seem to have adjusted what you need to adjust. A lot more adjustment in the future with everything you're doing because you never stop learning. I never stopped learning till this day. I'm still teaching myself through my students and through the people I teach throughout the world. When I go places and teach complete strangers in groups of 20 or groups of 100, you always find that you learn something by watching those people because you see the things that, spark your interest in, okay, what if? What if? I always tell students also, how many ways are there to attack you? We can teach all the jiu-jitsu in the world. All the traditional, all the combat. When you really look at the basic formula to, jiu-jitsu and what it is, this system is made up of quite a few different art forms. My father and Junji Saito created the Yoshimi traditional system through the Kito-ryu, the Sekaguchi-ryu, the Daito-ryu, through the Hako-ryu. There was about 5 systems that were created for the Yoshitsune. The combat is just an extension of the Yoshitsune and what I've learned throughout the years and trying to make it more combative and more logical for street use as opposed to logical for dojo use. But that's the way everything has to happen. It's like spelling, learning the ABCs so you can spell a word to a sentence to a paragraph, and obviously a paragraph to, like my father always said, a great American novel if you can do it. Well, you're on your journey. You've got those, you're now at the words. A long way to go, but you're at the words. And that is your job to put the sentences together. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Again, when you really look at, I'll bring it up real quick again, when you look at how many different ways someone's going to attack you, you have basic basically single leg takedown, double leg takedown, tackles, bear hugs, chokes. You have your headlocks, you have your grabs and punches, you have your over-the-top punches, your roundhouse punches, your uppercuts. How much more do you have? Not a lot more. So you really got to analyze, okay, if you have 15 different attacks that you know pretty much would be an attack that would be used on the street, then you got to analyze that and say, okay, that's one of the reasons why this works real well, because as time goes on, you'll start to understand that everything has its place. Grabbing the punch, the choke, the tackles, you get to the tackle, and how we can throw, like get rid of a man through the street to ground, control a man through his wrist, through his joint manipulation is what we normally do here. But you guys did a good job. I'm very pleased with what I saw, and I know they are. I'm very proud of Paul and the job he's doing along with Carl, teaching these classes and giving you guys the opportunity to learn something new and exciting for you, because you can see that you guys are excited doing it. So with that said and done, I'm going to let Paul present what he needs to present to you guys. Now, the certificates we give to the second generation, they're nice certificates. They're not as big as the other ones, but they're certificates. The most important thing is what signature's on the certificate. And if it's got, not even me, but if I use my father's name any way, shape, or form for anybody that trains, within our system, whether it be the combat or the traditional, then it's something I don't do very often. I do it when you earn it. That's it. There's too many people walking around black belts. I was at over the past 2 months, I've been at about 5 or 6 different seminars, and you look at what people are doing, and you say, wow, that guy's a 6-degree black belt. And I don't take anything away from it, because they don't have the instruction that I had, or the instruction that a lot of other people had. So you look at it and you say, okay, well, they're okay, but when they're wearing a black belt that has 6 stripes, 7 stripes, or they're professors, or this doesn't mean anything, just so you know it. I was always under the impression that as I got older and I started to grow in the arts, and my father teaching me, and he always made sure that we never worked for rank. Because when you go out of this building, you don't wear your geese. You have one thing, you have your brain, okay, it's going to teach your body what to do if you run into a situation. Make sense?
Sure.
So it's up to you to be able to make sure that you learn what you need to learn here, and then obviously walk with it in here, which a lot of people don't have. A lot of people don't have that ability that you have to be able to have that outside of this dojo. Make sense? Good. I was impressed with the falls too. Which is something, you guys that were taking the falls too, unbelievable. I've said to them over and over and over and over again, and Dennis knows this from being at 30, with us for 35, 40, whatever it might be at this point, that falling was, and you can ask him, I used to fall like a bird, and we all did. Constant, okemic. As you get older, you're not going to do as much of that fall, but you're going to know how to fall if you do have to fall. The short story I have for you is my father one time was outside. He didn't do too much falling as he got older because he had a bad back, but I remember he had the walker, and I remember he was, had the Parkinson's, and he wasn't doing real well. And he was outside the door in the office, and I saw my father losing his balance, so I dodged to the door, and I couldn't get him in time, and I said, oh my God, that's it for him. Well, he's just from the experience of falling all the years he did, he fell sideways, did a side fall. My heart went, up to my throat, believe me, because all I saw, double door, and also I see my father go out of the door. I see him go, and he fall, and I jumped over my desk, because I was at one point in the little office, and I couldn't get him in time. But thank God he didn't break anything, because he knew how to fall, and he could have. So I said to myself, boy, that's something else. So it does become an issue to know how to fall. We all know that. Nobody likes to fall too much. And nobody likes to fall when they hit 45, 50, 55, 60 years old. 70 years old and above too.
I'll be 70 and above.
congratulations, I'm proud of all of you, I'm proud of Paul, I'm proud of the school. He's one of the schools, out of the schools that we have, 25, that do the combat, about 20, 25 schools now. But, to me, it's top quality school. It's in that top 3, 4 bracket, you know, which I'm proud of. You know, I got, you know, Kevin Pence and a few others up in Massachusetts, and several others down south. But you guys have really proven to really earn, okay, what you're gonna get. So congratulations with that, everybody. Give them a big round. We need to get somebody to take a picture with these guys come up, there's the black belts and a picture with a group shot of all of us. Nice color. Donald.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. Next one.
This is a long time coming for this young man. He's been to a lot of schools, went through,
Enjoy the
ranks,
system.
everything. Finally gonna get the guide around him. Look at half of my man.